Just outside Thailand's capital, Bangkok, lies the largest temple in the world, Wat Phra Dhammakaya, home to Thailand's most controversial Buddhist sect. Despite past clashes with the Thai government, Dhammakaya continues to draw followers with its claims of miracles and wonders.
And now we're gonna go up and give our flower, I think.
With 3 million followers worldwide, including in Europe and North America, it promises enlightenment to its members.
Welcome to Bangkok railway station. Today, I'm gonna take a train to the Dhammakaya Temple just outside of Bangkok. I already got my ticket.
Spanning over 800 acres, the Dhammakaya Temple not only houses a meditation stadium that can accommodate up to 1 million worshippers, but also boasts the largest Buddhist monument in the world, adorned with 1 million golden Buddha statues. However, the controversies surrounding Dhammakaya are as vast as its temple grounds. Where is all the money coming from? And why did the former abbot disappear in 2017 and has not been found since? I wanted to delve deeper into these mysteries, so I decided to travel to the Wat Phra Dhammakaya.
So the train is going from platform... it actually doesn't say, so I guess let's go in and find out. It's actually a really nice building, very much colonial style, except that Thailand was never colonialized, so they built all of this themselves. But let's go and find our train. Oh my god, they have a steam engine there. I hope we're gonna take the steam engine, but I kinda doubt it. Oh no, this actually doesn't run, I think. It seems to be like a museum train. Look at this. You cannot enter it, but that's kind of nice. Oh my god, I just see there are more on the other side. Look at this. Why do they have so many steam engines here? So I think this train station doubles as a museum. But we don't have much time, so I think let's find our train, which we have to take. So we are at the train. This here is our train. That will bring us close to the temple, and then we're gonna have to take a taxi, I think, because it's very far. But let's go in.
Before I could board the train, I had to show my ticket to the officer.
Oh, ticket? Let's go in.
A couple of seats on the train are reserved for monks and novices.
That's a very local train. Let's sit here.
Just a couple of minutes later, we were on our way. Thailand is much cheaper than any country in the West, but I was still surprised by how affordable the train was. The ride would take about 1 hour and the ticket cost me only 6 baht, that's about 18 US cents.
Alright, so we're here. And let's see where we have to go.
From the train station, I had to take a taxi to get to the actual temple site.
We have arrived, and guys, look at this dome structure back here with this eye on top. It looks very ominous. But let's go in. It's a huge area and there's like lots of things to see here, so I think we're just gonna check it out. I have no idea how this works, but the security guy just said, just go in, you're welcome. So here we are. Also, I just saw this warning sign. No drinking or smoking, otherwise fine of up to 500,000 baht or 1 year in prison. That's very strict. So we're not gonna smoke, we're not gonna drink. We're gonna follow the rules.
While walking around the temple grounds, I saw huge billboards promoting Dhammakaya's training programs for aspiring monks.
So it somehow feels like we're not supposed to be here. There's like an entrance building or something, and they have these golf carts over here. So they definitely have the infrastructure for such a big temple area, but I don't see anyone else here. There are cars driving around. Oh, I think I've seen a monk over there. Yes, there are monks over there between the trees. I'm not sure if we're supposed to talk to them. Let's just keep walking and see if we can find the temples.
The further I ventured into the temple grounds, the more deer statues I encountered along the roadside. I'm not sure if they serve an actual purpose or if they are merely decorative. Soon I came upon an artificial lake with a huge golden saucer-shaped structure at its center. This here is actually the memorial hall, as I would find out later. It houses a statue of the founder Ubosot Temple, which is made out of 1,000 kilograms of pure gold according to the Dhammakaya.
There's a different building here all the way in the back. It looks super sci-fi. Yeah. So far I haven't really seen many people, but I see there is a registration and an information center on the other side over here. There's also a press center over there, and I think we're just gonna maybe check it out, see if we can talk to someone who can explain us a little bit about this place, because it looks so ominous. I mean, look at this.
Instead of wandering around by myself, I decided to head over to the registration office. Along the way, I came across the Dhammakaya logo, which is prominently displayed throughout the temple grounds.
So this here looks kind of like a UFO, but I think it's actually meant to resemble the temple over here. But it is kind of built like a UFO, which makes it just more ominous. Okay, so we're here at the information center. We have to take off our shoes.
A friendly lady greeted us warmly and welcomed us inside, inviting us to sit down on one of the benches.
Someone of the staff will come and show us around. While we're waiting, we're watching this introductory video. We got some water.
We hope you'll visit to the temple soon.
And the video just said to remove the headwear, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Also got a little flyer here. So let's wait for the staff.
Shortly after, another staff member picked us up in her golf cart. On our way, our driver mentioned that monks of the Dhammakaya are only allowed to eat twice a day, once before sunrise and once more in the morning. This building here is where both monks and worshippers can receive free food. A few minutes later, we arrived at Dhammakaya's world headquarters, the very imposing building I had seen earlier upon entering the temple grounds. The lady instructed us to follow her, and we complied. Everything here was grand yet minimalist and somewhat stark. Before proceeding further into the temple grounds, we were required to change into white clothing. Fortunately, it was no issue that we hadn't come prepared, as the staff provided us with the appropriate attire.
Okay, so we're gonna have to change into white clothes now.
Next, we were offered tea and biscuits before being taken to another room to watch an introductory video and participate in a quick 10-minute meditation session, which I was unable to film. After that, we hopped back into the golf cart to begin our tour around the temple grounds, guided by one of the staff members. This is one of the older temples, Ubosot, which can accommodate up to 200 monks and novices for meditation. Daily meditation is central to the Dhammakaya movement, and according to their beliefs, it brings prosperity and happiness to the practitioners. However, when I inquired about specific rules that worshippers must follow in their daily lives, our guide mentioned that there are no guidelines apart from daily meditation, though she mentioned that occasional donations are, of course, welcome. Then we entered the temple, which was kept very simple inside, to avoid distracting practitioners from their meditation. Cleanliness and orderliness are considered important virtues in the Dhammakaya movement. Here, I witnessed how a member made a donation and how a staff member documented everything on her camera. Of course, we were also accompanied by a dedicated photographer who documented each of our steps and asked us to pose for photos.
Okay, so we take another photo.
On the panels behind the temple, the names of all donors who contributed to the construction of new temples around the world are engraved. According to the Dhammakaya, giving donations is believed to bring future rewards. Then we were back in the golf cart, on our way to the most important site and the largest Buddhist monument in the world. Soon, we arrived at a huge stadium-like structure made out of bare concrete. It appeared somewhat unfinished. We had arrived at the Grand Meditation Stadium. Here, we were instructed to pick up one of the lotus flowers to bring up to the temple. Throughout this process, every one of our movements was captured on camera. Before we could proceed further, we had to remove our shoes again, a common practice in Thailand. We then moved through this immense stadium-like structure while mantras chanted through loudspeakers and monks in typical orange robes passed by. When I inquired about the purpose of all the golden lotus flower-shaped structures and crystal balls, our guide explained that they all play a role in the Dhammakaya's meditation practices.
Okay, so we're here at the main area. We got this flower and we're walking up to the main temple building. You can see the monks there on top. They are cleaning the 300,000 Buddha statues that are placed on the outside of the temple. There are 700,000 more Buddha statues at the inside of the temple. So this whole building there holds 1 million Buddha statues. And now we're gonna go up and give our flower, I think.
According to our guide, the stadium measures 1 kilometer on each side.
This whole area is so big. It takes like minutes to walk barefoot on this hot stone all the way to the middle to bring the flower. Here we are. Wow. So 1 million Buddha statues in here.
Our guide then instructed us to bring our lotus flowers to an altar set up in front of the temple. There was no specific procedure for offering the flower. We simply had to place it in one of the vases while our photos were taken. After this very straightforward offering, we headed back to the entrance of the immense meditation stadium, which can accommodate up to 1 million people. On special events, worshippers from around the world gather here to meditate together for world peace. The Dhammakaya slogan, "World Peace through Inner Peace," underlines their ultimate goal of creating a more peaceful world through meditation.
When they have an event here, everyone is sitting here meditating. This building all around has 2 stories and can hold even more people. The temple hopes that in the future 1 million people will come together here to pray for world peace. As of now, they don't have as many people yet, but everyone in the world is welcome to meditate and pray for world peace.
The Dhammakaya has around 3 million members worldwide, with temples in various Western countries, including the United States and several European nations such as Germany, France, and Italy. Throughout our tour, our guide invited us multiple times to future meditation events and retreats organized by the Dhammakaya. Yet, I never felt pressured by her. When we returned to the covered area, our guide gave us some gold leaves to place onto the golden statue of the founder Wat Phra Dhammakaya as a gesture to honor the monk's teachings. And that was essentially the end of our tour. After visiting the meditation stadium, our guide escorted us back to the entrance where we were allowed to change back into our own clothes.
I've changed back into my normal clothes. I can wear my hat again. We finished the tour. The girl was super nice. She's volunteering and she gave us this tour. It was very interesting. We got this postcard to take home with and lots of information, lots of QR codes to join groups and to get information on more meditations that they are holding here. It is very interesting. It was actually very different than I've expected the tour to be. Nobody really tried to convince us to become a member. It was really just super interesting, and if we want to come back, everyone is welcome. We got invited back to join one of the meditation practices, and yeah, I'm really happy I got to experience this temple.
The tour definitely left me with a positive impression of the movement and its goal of creating world peace. However, I felt that I didn't receive all the details. When I returned home, I continued my own research and discovered that many people criticize the Dhammakaya's focus on donations and material wealth. The movement promotes the idea that donations can help members ultimately reach nirvana, while seemingly placing less emphasis on moral conduct and wisdom on the path to enlightenment. Additionally, there have been legal issues in the past, including money laundering, which ultimately led to the disappearance of the former abbot Phra Dhammakaya in 2017. He has not been located since. There have also been some challenges between the Dhammakaya temple and the Thai government regarding the temple's independence and government regulations. Despite these controversies, I personally view Dhammakaya as a very liberal sect that teaches useful meditation practices that can be easily implemented in daily life. It does not enforce strict rules on its members. However, it is important to note that strict hierarchies do exist within the movement, and regular donations seem to be linked with improving one's ability to climb up the rank.